and this is about mind mapping. I'm sure you have done mind mapping with me in previous levels, some of you who were with me, and in fact all of you with your own teachers in your own sections. It was something that you have done before, and this is a part of your quiz that is coming up, study skills quiz, and it's week number 1. So I'm going to talk about this mind mapping. As you know, the word mind and mapping means to obviously draw some lines to show directions or links or relations to something. So I'm going to show you more and explain as we proceed. So here's what you will learn from this lesson. Number 1, what is mind mapping, why we do mind mapping, and how we do mind mapping. Number 1, what is mind mapping? Let's see. Mind maps or mapping are a great way of showing pictures of information. You see, pictures of information. That means you actually don't write things. You make a picture of the information that you are reading or trying to learn. You do it by showing the relationship between one idea and the other one. See, so you have a bubble, then another bubble, and then another bubble, and this is how you keep drawing the circles or bubbles, and you add them together one by one, showing what has relation with what. Okay, so, and we do it to learn a topic or to find out more about certain things. You can use mind maps for all kinds of learning. It's not just English or a language. You can use mind mappings in anything. You can use it for science studies, for what you call mathematics, physics, engineering courses, anything. It depends what you want to achieve with mind mapping. Some people want to learn a new topic by simplifying it. Some people want to take notes. Mind mapping is a very important tool to take notes, so you can do that as well. They work very well for vocabulary when you are learning a new language. So since you are studying with me English language, I must tell you that if you do mind mapping while you are learning English, you will have an advantage. You will be able to remember the vocabulary that you learn for the first time, and they will make sense to you because you are drawing them out and you are linking them, you are showing the relations between one and another. So as I said, mind mapping is a picture of information. You can use it in all kinds of learning, and it's better, however, to use it while you are learning a new language. Next, why do we do mind mapping? What's the importance of this? Well, mind mapping is simply a diagram, right? Just a few minutes ago, I said it was a picture. Picture and diagram is the same. So you notice here is a diagram. Visually represent means it shows you how the information is developed and how the information is actually put together as an article, as a paragraph, or as an essay. So mind mapping helps you understand visually the outline of an information. Mind mapping works like the brain does. Okay, our brain has links to our thoughts, our imaginations, our words, our feelings. Just like that, mind mapping has links. You see, they are linked to one another. So whatever goes in here, they show that they are linked together, they are related together. So it allows you to organize and understand information. Okay, it helps you not only understand how they are related, but they also give you a kind of information and understanding that this is that and that is something related to that one. And remember, it helps you learn faster and in a better way. It is an expression of radiant thinking. It helps unlock the potential of your brain. A lot of things go on in our brain when we are uh, planning to write something down, and it's not easy to start writing immediately. What is important is you draw a mind mapping, you do a mind mapping to establish the links between the thoughts, and then when you follow this and write your own article, paragraph, or essay, they will make sense. They will be easy for you to write down. But if you don't build the links before, then you will be in a lost situation. All right. Anyway, this is what mind mapping is important for. It helps you visually represent an idea or an outline of information. Now, how do we do mind mapping? It's a process, and we have to see how we do it. I'm sure by now you already know how we do it, but I will still show you. Draw a circle in the middle of the page and write down the vocabulary, subject. This is the important part, in the middle. All right. So what you do, you draw. For example, you draw for the subject. I'm going to do it right now. You see, I drew a circle in the middle of my page, and I wrote the word transport because that's the main topic. That's the vocabulary given to me from my teacher, or that's the subject of my mind mapping. So the first step is draw a circle in the middle of the page, write the vocabulary subject in the middle of that circle. Okay. Then number 2 is brainstorm some word groups for the word transport. You remember I wrote transport, so you have to think about the word transport and then think what transport is, or maybe how many types of transports are there. So you have to kind of think the related words and phrases, and you can draw more lines. For each one, draw a short line, and then in the circles towards they are outwards from the center. I'll show you right here. So here we are. I wrote the transport word in the center, and I think sea transport, land transport, and air transport are related to transport. These are types of transport. So I'm going to draw lines outward from the center. You see, they are going away from the center, you see. And then what happens is you draw bubble or circle for each one, okay, each line that you have drawn, and then you write the words or phrases that you have written related to the topic. Okay, related to the topic. So the topic is transport, and this is related to this is related to transport, and this is also related to transport. So they came to my mind because I did a kind of brainstorming. I did a kind of thinking in my mind. Okay, and then I got this. All right, next what you do is step number 3, look at each group and try to add more groups. All right, so if you see here, this is what we have done in the previous slide. We wrote transport, then we wrote related words or phrases to the word transport, but now we have to add ideas related to sea transport, land transport, and air transport. For now, I'm going to do land transport. What comes to my mind is there are roads and there are rail transports. So these 2 words are coming up for land transport. So what I should do is draw 2 lines because I have 2 ideas now. So I'm going to draw 2 lines here. I'm going to show you what is happening as I do this. So what happens, you draw 2 lines, line number 1 and line number 2, and then you draw the circle outward away from the land transport bubble, and then write the ideas inside them. So you have road, you have rail, which are related to transport, but which are related more to land transport, and land transport is more related to transport. So this is your main idea, this is your sub idea, and this is your detail or supporting detail. And you can have more bubbles from here, and then you can write something related to road, something related to rail maybe, because this is how the mind mapping keeps growing. Okay, keeps making adding more ideas. So I'm going to show you next slide, which is step number 4. When you can't make any new group, sometime it will happen that you don't have more ideas coming to your mind or hitting your mind. Just do one thing, add a line for each word you know, all right? And write the word along the line. So you write it maybe with the one that you have already written in the bubble. So I'm going to show you right now how I did it. So what we did is we drew transport first, then sea transport, land transport, air transport, and then I wrote road and rail. Now these small ideas you see here, car, motorbike and bike, they are road transport, and the ones that move on rail is monorail, train and tram. I could have made more lines and more circles and then written them here, okay, but because maybe you were running out of space, you don't have paper left for you to keep drawing, so you can add these ideas inside the bubbles itself. No worries about that, that's also doable as long as you understand what you are doing, that's all. However, step number 5, you can actually do mind mapping. As we know, new vocabulary, add new mind map. So what do? If you draw the circles, it's better, then the ideas are more visible to you and more clear to you than writing them inside these bubbles, all right, inside them together, as I have shown in the previous slide. The best thing to do is the step number 6. It's better that you do color coding. If you do color coding, then you know what is what immediately. You don't have to read them, and you don't have to look even into the lines that you have drawn. For example, look, this is the main topic, so it's a bigger circle compared to them. And then look, I've coded blue for the sub ideas, then I've coded purple for the detail ideas, then supporting, then I have drawn green circles for supporting details. So this is how you can actually use color codes to identify your ideas and your thoughts that you put in the mind maps.